Hello and welcome to Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. On today's show, we're cooking up something special for the holidays with Mike DiLeo, founder of Executive Chef Mike. We also meet Gabrielle, Sacheli, and Dillon Novogrodzky, co-founders of Novo Diamonds. But first, we spotlight two remarkable women making a difference in their communities. Mrs. New Jersey, Diana Meyer, who empowers teens with her Reaching for a Fearless Future program, and Miss New Jersey 2025, Naomie Charles, who inspires others through her platform, Live Your Legacy. Girls, welcome to the show, and those crowns are epic. I love them.
Aren't they?
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much
for
for having us,
having
Lisa.
us.
Before we start, are they heavy? Like, is it hard to walk around with them?
They're not too heavy.
Yeah.
My only concern is that they fall off. So if we can manage that, then count our blessings for the day.
Yeah, well, I would love to walk around with a crown like that all day. My daughter, who is watching, she's 3, she does walk around with a crown like that all day. But Diana, we'll start with you. Tell us about your experience with the United States of America pageants and what it was like to be crowned as Mrs. New Jersey.
Wow, my experience has been incredible. You know, they say don't spend, it's something you can't spend a day not thinking about is something that you should pursue. And that's exactly what my journey with USOA has been. I've thought about this competition for years now, and I'm so thankful that I took the leap to join the organization. And luckily and thankfully, I was crowned United States of America's Mrs. New Jersey just about 2 months ago now, and the ride has been incredible. The organization stands for Empower Women, Inspire Others, Uplift Everyone, and I'm so thrilled to represent this organization and do just that, and encourage and empower women.
And Naomie, same question. What has the journey been like as you got crowned Miss New Jersey?
So I've been in pageantry for about 4 years and I've been growing every single year. And this final competition year where I got crowned so excitedly, I really took a moment to say, okay, what am I going to do with my platform? What am I going to do with this title? And my biggest thing walking into competition weekend was to be so authentic. I learned and grow so much in my 4 years that I was just very proud of who I was. I was ecstatic to share with the judges who I am and who I've become. So this organization has literally let me be so authentic to my truest self and being able to inspire others.
I love to hear that. Diana, Reaching for a Fearless Future aims to empower teens. What motivated you to create this initiative?
Well, until this day, my sister, who's my older sister, 2 years older than me, relies on me for almost everything. And growing up in a single parent household raised by my mom only, I longed for my older sister to take me under her wing. And throughout that childhood, I just became that person that I needed most in my sister. And I became that person for not only myself, but teens. I created this initiative 10 years ago to help teens reach their full potential through a 4-step program that builds confidence and reminds them of how special they truly are. So far, I visited over 70 schools along the East Coast, impacted over 2,000 teens and over 900 volunteer service hours. So this year, it's not only my goal to impact the 300,000 students here in New Jersey, but also those across the nation as we compete for the national title in Las Vegas during Memorial Day weekend, and really truly uplift the entire country through this initiative, and show teens that if they knock on doors, they can accomplish whatever they set their mind to. Doesn't matter where they come from, like myself, coming from a divorced family, and really just showing those teens that they can be their own hero like I once needed growing up.
Naomie, what inspired you to choose Live Your Legacy as your platform?
I'm an avid Hamilton fan from the musical on Broadway, and one of his lyrics Lin-Manuel had wrote was, "What is a legacy? It is planting a garden that you never get to see." The only issue is I wanted to see my garden, and I really sat there and I understood that the connection that I make with people is how they're going to remember me. So that is a legacy I'm going to live behind. Every interaction I have is intentional, filled with kindness and grace because we may never meet again, but I do want to leave the people I interact with way better than I have met them. That is what truly led my platform. And that's what I empower young people around the globe to just really take the moment that they are in and don't try to do something big and monumental, but extend kindness and gratefulness and service. Service is my biggest initiative, and that's what I'm really wanting my legacy to leave behind. I'm a proud director of my young girls and angels of praise at Lake Nelson Adventist Academy, where I teach the girls not only dance but grace, and I teach them how to walk with confidence and with strength. So that is a legacy I want these young girls to walk around and understand.
You yourself are a young girl, right? How did you get the confidence to put yourself out there in such an epic way?
By looking at the other title holders, I understand how important it is to have a role model. But I also know that with this crown, I am the role model that young girls are looking up to. My role model in life, well, for pageantry, was the Miss Universe 2019, Zosie. She looked exactly like me, and that gave me the absolute strength and confidence to take on the stage. I saw the impact and how she was so eloquent and elegant in everything that she did. And I said, I'm going to be her for somebody else.
So we talk about being a well-rounded person. Naomie, what else are you involved in that really you think helped you excel on the stage?
I love to read, and I believe public speaking is one of the biggest impacts and like important factors in being on stage. Being able to command a stage is so important with your words. Just learning all the different worlds you can be in, be able to connect with other people. I have so many different experiences. I love reading so much. I definitely want to start a read along. I am excited for Read Along America Month, which is next year. I go into different schools and I get to read to the young students to inspire their imagination from a very young age.
That is wonderful. And you're so well spoken, the both of you. Do they give you training on how to be poised and how to speak, or is this just you naturally?
This is something I've been working on for a really, really long time. And I'm a recruiter for my day job, helping people find employment in accounting and finance. I work for a boutique staffing agency called Top Stack with headquarters in Melbourne, Pennsylvania. So, spiking up a conversation with clients and candidates who I've never chatted with before really helps me in situations like this. But at the end of the day, it's just showcasing who you are on the inside and the outside and knowing what you want to share during your year and making sure that the public and whoever's listening gets to hear your story and learn a little bit more about why you're here.
Exactly. And I mean, it's not all about the makeup and the pretty dresses, right? It's what happens after you win. And both of you are really taking your title seriously and making such a difference.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you around the Jersey area.
Yeah, you travel to all different kinds of charity events, and talk to us about your travels in New Jersey.
I don't think I've come up for air yet since the competition just about 2 months ago. I've been a celebrity host for Attitudes in Reverse, their Taste of Hope Gala, which was in Princeton, New Jersey. We've been in North Jersey and Franklin Lakes for our title holder official photo shoot. We all together went to the breast cancer walk just at the beginning of our reign in October, which was in Central Jersey. I visited Rutgers University, as I had mentioned previously, and I have so many exciting things planned upcoming. And not only, like I mentioned, am I committed to really making an impact here in the Garden State, but also across the entire United States. So stay tuned. We have a full year ahead of us, and I'm excited to see what we accomplish.
I am too. Naomie, what do you have coming up?
I've been to Mohican Outdoor Center. I've been in the mountains, and I've also been down south to talk to some schools down in like Tranquility. I was able to host a workshop for young girls about confidence and to be able to share my experience on the stage. Coming up, I really do hope to go a little out of state and speak to a school in Connecticut. God willing, everything plans out. But not only am I going around Jersey, I'm getting quite a bit mileage on my car, but I'm exploring the state and I'm getting to visit all these Wawa locations. That was my main thing because to me, Jersey means Wawa and I don't have to pump my gas. I'm so excited to travel to Las Vegas. That's where I really want to go. And to win our national crown and come back to Jersey with a national crown.
Naomie, where can our viewers find out more about you and to follow your journey?
You can follow me at USOA Miss New Jersey on Instagram and my personal page at Naomie Anna _.
And Diana, where can we follow you?
You can follow along on social media on Facebook and also Instagram at USOA Mrs. New Jersey. We'll be posting updates throughout our year on how you can support and get involved, not only as a contestant, volunteer, but also official partners as well.
You two are both gorgeous and inspiring, and I'm so happy that you came on the show. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, and I look forward to seeing more of you.
Thank you so much. Have a great holiday.
Nothing has ever been handed to me. I've had to work for it. On the field. And off the field. Kane worked with me. Guided me. Helped me climb higher. To get where I belong. To change my life.
Hey, welcome to the team.
Cougars climb higher. Kane University.
Mike DiLeo is the founder of Executive Chef Mike, who specializes in transforming homes in New Jersey and New York into restaurant-like dining experiences. He offers everything from elegant brunches to Italian-themed grazing tables, all backed by his 23 years of culinary expertise and appearances on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Chef Mike, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having me.
We are totally doing this interview at the perfect time as Thanksgiving and the holidays are coming up, and I'm sure this has to be your busiest time.
It sure is. Matter of fact, I'm in and out of the kitchen as we speak. So
what inspired you to transition from a traditional restaurant career to becoming a private chef?
Good question. You know, I've been around the area all my life. I've grew up on Staten Island, worked in New York City. From fine dine to corporate dine. I owned my own restaurant, and you know, it kind of happened during COVID. You know, unfortunately, things weren't really working the way it should be, and the restaurant I was at closed. I had done a couple of private parties in homes for some people, actually with Danielle Cabral who's now on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. So it started there, and it kind of just snowballed into, you know, everyone wanting to do parties because they couldn't go out, and I just kind of took it on full time. I started with one package, and now I have like a dozen different packages, and 4 years strong, and never want to turn around and go back to anything else.
I feel like the best business ideas happened during COVID when we were all locked down. I know in a weird way it helped mine as well. And also it's so cool that Danielle was the one who jump-started you. She's a great friend of the show. She appeared earlier this year. So, and she's got a great network. So I'm sure through Danielle, you've gotten exposure to the other housewives.
Yes. I met all of them because I did season 13. She had a party. That was her first year. So I did a party there. So I met all of them, got to know a few of them. Melissa Gorga reached out to me for this last season 14. She was having a housewarming party. She just got back from Italy, so she wanted to bring Capri to North Jersey, and we did that.
That's a tall order, but it looks like you delivered. How do you do that? How do you bring Capri or other Italian delicacies to New Jersey?
I have to put my expertise together and just from everything that I've learned culinary school and throughout my career, and kind of just focus on, you know, if there's a theme, I'm going to go for it. You know, I use the finest, freshest ingredients. Everything is made by myself. You know, my team does an amazing job. We bring everything. We we structure everything and transform everyone's home into, what they want to see. So, for Melissa, she wanted a vision of what it would be like being in Italy in her home. And I think I hit a home run on it.
What is your favorite activation to bring to people's homes?
I don't have a favorite. I just like all my clients to be happy. And at the end of the day, they're going to say, wow, I made a great choice in having Chef Mike come and work my party. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I want them to feel like, they're in their home, they're comfortable. And what we specialize is we set up, we serve, and we break down. So when we leave, it's even cleaner than before we got there. And that's very important to me, especially the next day when I follow up with the client and they say, not only was the food and the service amazing, but I cannot believe that I even had all this food and everything in my house. It's spotless. My kitchen is spotless. And that's important.
Yes, very, very important. Can you talk to us about all of your charitable initiatives around the state?
Yes, I love to give back to the community. I think it's very important, and there's a lot of different organizations out there that unfortunately they're there for to help other people, and I want to be a part of it. So I've gotten friendly with Michael's Cause, which is based off of Staten Island. They are a kid that grew up with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and he's fighting every day. And they have different events that I love to take part of and be there to support them. Sunrise Day Camp is another camp for children with cancer, based out of Staten Island, that I love to take part of. And, a lot of these are based out in my hometown, but it's, important for other towns and a lot of local people in the tri-state area, New Jersey. Everybody comes out and supports, and it's a great cause because, I do a lot of business in New Jersey. Probably like 60% of my business is done in New Jersey, and everyone is very supportive, and a lot of the girls from the Real Housewives are also part of these events, and it's great for the community and what they give back. So I want to be a part of that.
Absolutely. I know the girls, Danielle, Dolores, being philanthropic is so important for them, and I'm happy you're carrying that mission on. What are you cooking up for the holidays? What type of parties are you planning for the next few weeks?
Oh, what am I not cooking up for the holidays? So right now we're focusing on Thanksgiving Day. We do catered delivery packages. I deliver Staten Island, Brooklyn, New Jersey. Basically, it's a full dinner package. It comes with a full turkey, a bunch of side dishes. You could add on different platters. So I'm big into that. We do that for Thanksgiving, for Christmas Eve, all the other major holidays, Easter, St. Patrick's Day. But right now, holiday season is in full effect. There's holiday parties going on. December is full of holiday parties, and we're just very busy. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. That's right. Well, Mike, where can people watching book a private dining experience with you?
You could follow us on Instagram. It's Executive Chef Mike, or we have a website, executivechefmike.com. Emails, DMs, text messages. I'm all over any time of the day.
Hey, that's what you have to do when you're a business owner, right? You're never closed. Before
Never.
you wrap, I just want to shout out the person who brought us together, one of my best friends, Deneen Black. Her and her family, I know, have been using you for many years, and they just love when you come over.
Great family.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and happy holidays.
You too. Thank you.
Now we welcome Gabrielle, Sacheli, and Dillon Novogrodzky, co-founders of Novo Diamonds, who specialize in GIA mined and lab-grown diamonds. Between Gabrielle, a Rutgers alum, and Dillon, a Marlboro native and third-generation jeweler, they are changing the game in the industry. Dillon, Gabrielle, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So Dillon, let's start with you. You have grown up in a jewelry family who's had over 60 years in the industry. How did your upbringing influence your passion for the craft?
Well, I always loved the industry, going to work with my father in the factory when I was young, cleaning the floors and bringing people coffee and whatnot. And I just, I loved being around the guys, the workers, and just really found my passion for it in the factory, which was in Rahway, New Jersey. Roselle and Rahway.
Roselle and Broadway. Enter Gabrielle. What inspired you to enter the jewelry business?
I've always had a passion for design and jewelry. I mean, who doesn't love diamonds? And Dillon and I began dating a couple years ago, and we always had a passion for making the jewelry. So we decided to legitimize it, and we made our own business, and it's just taken off from there.
I think you are hitting on something so big right now because the lab-grown diamond industry is booming. So tell us what a lab-grown diamond is.
A lab-grown diamond is the same physically and chemically as a mined diamond. The only thing different about it is a lab-grown is grown in a very expensive machine under the same conditions that a diamond is created under the earth for a lot less of the cost. Yeah.
For a lot less of the cost. So how does the machine simulate what the earth is doing?
So it recreates the same pressure and the same temperature a diamond takes to like grow in the earth over 1 million years, and they grow it in the machine over the course of a few months, like a high pressure and a high temperature machine. They just grow a rough stone, like how a diamond looks, a raw stone, and then they cut it to whatever shape.
What is the cut quality, color like with a lab-grown diamond versus the real thing?
Very, very high. I'm actually wearing lab-grown diamonds right here. So for things like diamond studs, tennis bracelets, tennis necklaces, you're typically finding with natural diamonds that the color, on the color scale, they're typically leaning towards things like H color. But for lab-grown diamonds, because of the price point, we're able to go to EF color for those diamonds. So very high color, very high clarity, because again, the price point is such a difference. So it's really amazing that you can create beautiful jewelry for somebody at one price point and somebody at another price point.
Definitely.
And what is the difference in price points?
The difference right now currently is about 80%. It's 80% less expensive than a mined stone for the same color and clarity.
That is unbelievable. You must be killing it in the engagement ring department because it's so expensive to have a wedding, buy a house, all the things. And a regular engagement ring can set you back 10, 20, 30, if not more, $1,000. And you're saying this doesn't have to be the case now.
No, I always tell my friends my close friends that come to me for engagement rings, I really try to, if they're not familiar with lab, I try to push them on it because they're getting the same product essentially for much less of a cost, and it looks exactly the same. You're going to wear, you're going to keep it for life, you know?
It's just so cool what you guys do. We met off camera. Our parents are very good friends. And one day over the summer, you were telling me all about this business. And I said, I have to get you on the show because it's just so interesting. So Dillon, how do you see your role evolving as you continue on this journey with Novo Diamonds?
We really want to get into the retail space, maybe stores in Florida and New York, and really growing the online brand, the e-commerce brand, and becoming a true concierge of mined and lab diamonds. I really want to get our product out to the masses. Growing the Instagram, just we have a good following as it is, and just continuing to grow.
And Gabrielle, you are in charge of the sales, marketing, growth. So how are you evolving as you go along here?
It's been a journey owning a business, especially with your boyfriend, but we've been growing. We've been building our client base, which is super important. We have a lot of customers that started with us from the beginning that are constantly supporting us and growing with us, and they're constantly recommending their friends and their family. And again, I think continuing to build on the legacy that Dillon's family created, but also start our own. Yeah, I think that's in the near future, is just continuing to grow in that space.
Yeah.
Through Novo Diamonds, you are involved in a lot of charitable initiatives around the Garden State. What are they?
So we like to get involved as much as we can. So we donate tennis bracelets when we can. We've donated a sterling silver bracelet that's been through the generations of the family for the Center for the Hearing Foundation in New York City. And we try to take part wherever we can. So whether it's in Florida, New York, New Jersey, we want to support.
Yeah. We also worked with the Hanley Foundation to donate a bracelet for a great cause in golf outing.
We're doing this interview right before the holiday season. Is it too late for viewers to get something from Novo Diamonds?
it's definitely not too late to get something from Novo Diamonds. You can reach us on Instagram at Novo.Diamonds, or you can call the business at 561-862-2146. We're on Facebook at Novo Diamonds, and call us. Diamonds, watches, necklaces, mined and natural also. We don't only do that, but we sell mined if you prefer.
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm so happy that we did this, and happy holidays.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. We'll see you back here next week.
Nothing has ever been handed to me. I've had to work for it. On the field. And off the field. Kane worked with me, guided me, helped me climb higher. To get where I belong. To change my life.
Hey, welcome to the team.
Cougars climb higher. Kane University.